Now that I'm sure the scene of the crime was Ryoma's lab, the case is becoming clearer. Determine how the body got from the crime scene to where it was found. Figure out how to get from the third floor window to the gym. Right then, I have to analyze the possible methods and find the most likely. Okay, question, other car, letter cube, time, influence or focus gauge, psychic taxi, or psych taxi, yeah. The objective of this mode is to gather the letter cubes lying around to form the question. A to accelerate, stick to left, move left and right. Complete the question towards the escort that has the correct answer. What? The right answer, they'll get your car if something bad happens. What? What sort of weird game is this? Also, there'll be other cars on the road. You hit those, you will take focus energy damage. If it's getting dangerous, use right bumper to concentrate. Just stay calm and avoid them. Please respond to in your earliest convenience. Okay. I thought I picked up A. Yeah, WH appeared. Oh, it's just. It says A, fair enough. Gone super fast. Luckily, there's no other cars on the road. Body was bought from where? We already know. The murder. The lab? Why is this a question? Oh, okay. Lab window. Okay. Next question. Okay, good start. Body was brought to the gym from where? The upper window. We also don't need to drive a taxi to pick up escorts to know that. Just when I thought this game couldn't get any weirder. That's a lot of letters. Doesn't help in the case of everyone not being degenerate males when this is how he figures out questions. How was it moved from the classroom? I wasn't even watching, I was reading the question. To the gym window. So wait, I found a hidden Monokuma in the trial? I did not know that was a thing. Be the this one I'm not sure. I thought it was Okay, that's not great. What a weird game.
I've got it! Ryoma's body was moved directly from his lab to the gym.
Directly? Don't tell me they threw the body from window to window.
Alright, they used the tube.
I mean, we're talking about a body. It's not like tossing a baseball, you know.
No, I don't believe he was thrown. But perhaps another way.
What do you mean another way? There's no other way to move it.
Wow.
The culprit must have used some kind of equipment.
Huh? Equipment?
With this equipment, they can connect the two windows and move the body to the gym.
The rope. Actually, completely forgot about this rope. I was more thinking about the
There!
tennis net cable.
The rope found behind the gym stage could have been used to connect the windows.
Oh, there was a mysterious mystery about that rope that only Atua can reveal.
Okay.
What mysterious mystery? During last night's preparations for the show, that rope was in the wing of the stage. But the next morning, the rope had been moved backstage for some reason. It's a mysterious mystery. Only Atua knows the answer.
So, during nighttime, someone used the rope, then threw it into the gym window?
So they did use the rope! That's how they bridged the distance between both windows!
Is the rope long enough to reach both windows?
The rope is roughly 65 feet in length. As for the distance between the windows, according to the sign at the pool, the width of the pool is roughly 35 feet.
So,
And the distance from the edges of the pool to the windows is an additional 16 feet. Altogether, the sum total length from one window to the other is roughly 50 feet.
And pool is only thing between research lab and gym windows.
okay.
You bet it's long enough! That's what she said. Wait, who said that?
Even if the rope was long enough, wouldn't it be pretty hard to tie them to the windows?
Both windows were too high to reach. It would be like tying a rope from one cliff to another.
If the windows were closer together, then they could toss the rope across. But they're not.
No, going to think it would work. Just need one more rope.
Another rope. There was only one, though.
Oh, then it impossible.
It is impossible. There we go. Now let's go with... Where are we? Here we are.
This is it! The tennis net cable from Ryoma's lab could serve as a rope.
How long is it?
About 50 feet or so. But how do they use it?
Okay, so... First, Culprit hang rope outside of one window. Then, Culprit move to other side and tie cable to other window. Then, after tying to each window, Culprit tie rope and cable
I
together.
didn't realize the gym window is lower than Ryoma's window. Ryoma's. So, okay. So there's a downward slope that definitely helps with sliding the body down.
That how Culprit make one rope that reach both windows.
Wow! That's amazing, Gonta! You're so knowledgeable.
It's nothing. Going to use ropes a lot when looking for bugs.
Even if they did connect the windows with a rope, they can't carry a body on just that.
Eureka! I got it!
Uh-oh. Don't like where this is going.
Thomas Edison once said that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. But in my case, it's 100% inspiration.
You get it. Just tell us already.
They handcuffed the body to the rope and slid it from one window to the other, like Tarzan.
The body would reach the gym window, but it wouldn't land in the piranha tank. Stop making such dumbass comments and keep your smelly breath in your dirty mouth.
Wow.
Tarzan? But they also had to put the body in the piranha tank after they moved it, huh?
That is not feasible with just one rope.
Maybe the rope wasn't the only equipment the culprit used.
Also the inner
Well,
tube.
anyway, it would have been pretty difficult to get that body in the piranha tank. They wouldn't just throw it. The trick was a super crucial part of the culprit's plan. The culprit must have carefully placed the body into the tank with their own hands. But is there really a way to do that?
I assume there is.
Kokichi, are you hinting at something?
Huh? Hint? What hint? Don't confuse me with your talk of hinting hints.
I've convinced myself it's Kokichi so much that if it's anyone else, they're going to be pretty surprised. And happy with that, because I like being surprised. We'll see what happens. You're confusing me. You were definitely onto something. It's true that the culprit needed to place the body directly into the piranha tank. If the body were to fall, the culprit would not have been able to retrieve it. Would have only had one shot at it, no second chances. So obviously, the culprit would have wanted the body in the tank carefully. Meaning they would have wanted to get as close to the window as possible. Problem is, how did they get near it? All that we know right now is there was a rope that connected the windows. Somehow the culprit used that to move the body and were close to the window themselves. Make that work, they'd have to have used something else.
All right, Shuichi. The stage is finally set.
What?
Listen up. Do a good job here, and I'll be able to put an end to this trial. It all starts with you.
Yeah, Kaito, will you? Will you put an end to this
You
trial?
be the opening act, and I'll be the main event. And then together, we're gonna save everyone.
Yeah.
Together?
You got this. After all, you are my sidekick.
Yeah, of
I
course.
believe in you, so I'm gonna leave the rest to you.
Why, thank you, Kaito. Your generosity amazes me. Okay, I can do this. I will solve this mystery and show everyone the truth. This is the main event. Something was used with the rope to move the body between the windows. Think, come on, think. Literally the one thing that wasn't there. Okay, so it is a ring, no, rubber, no, wait, peas, wait, show question, fashion, and what was the other, don't I have another button? There we are, W-O-R, oh, rope something, rope. A ropeway? What?
I see
I mean, I can picture, like...
Yes, that's it. The culprit used something like a ropeway to move the
if they
body.
had two ropes. But what's a...
A ropeway, huh? Are you sure about that? Wow, you got drain damage or something?
brain damage?
You'd need some kind of vessel to use on a ropeway, and we don't have that!
No, there definitely was. Culprit used it to move the body along the rope. What? Mind mine. In this mode, the objective is to dig up the answer. Beginning, the ants will be completely covered by pieces. Use the left stick to move cursor and erase the pieces with the A button. Pieces will be erased when two or more of the same color connect. Missing pieces will then change color in the following order: white, pink, yellow, white, pink, yellow, white, pink, yellow. Okay. So, how do we do this? Ah, I see now. The arms revealed. Just. Oh, okay. Alright, press Y to pick the item. Yeah, okay.
I see it. It's the inner tube.
Yep.
The rubber inner tube we found floating in the pool.
The inner tube?
Remember the inner tube we found in the pool with a rope on one side?
So I guess he cut the rope.
Maybe the rope was originally tied on both sides.
Ah, yeah, so the rope was longer.
The culprit made a ropeway by hanging the tube from the rope connecting the windows.
Never mind.
And because the third floor window is higher up, gravity would have pushed the inner tube along. The inner tube is made of sturdy rubber as well. It could have supported two people. The culprit used the ropes and the inner tube to construct a rudimentary ropeway.
You'd have to be very trusting of your knot tying skills.
And used it to move themselves and Ryoma's body from the lab to the gym. Once through the gym window, the culprit stood on the inner tube to move the body. Either that, or the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill.
Yeah, very strong.
That way would be more stable and let them handle the corpse more carefully. Finally, they removed the rope from the window frame and left the scene.
How?
Well, when you put it like that, it certainly sounds possible.
When I thought it was level, I thought they just go back across the rope, but how'd they get back?
But wow, a ropeway!
You say the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. Isn't that against school rules? It would count as entering the gym, would it not?
Last time we got asked that question, we decided it was okay. Sticking your body through the window is an automatic out, but standing on the sill is...
Wait, who asked you last time?
Eh?
It is quite possible that the culprit went to you to confirm the details of their plan.
Oh, shit!
Way to put your foot in your mouth.
His foot! Monosuke just unhinged his jaw and swallowed his entire leg!
Cut it out! I can't write this off as a joke if you two keep freaking out about it.
Okay.
Then your little slip-up is actually the truth!
They did put their foot on the sill.
Pops?
Uh-oh. Daddy's mad at you now.
If Monosuke is the one that's going to die in this trial.
Huh?
Don't look at me. This is what you get for acting like a big shot all the time.
Stop. Do not bully Monosuke.
Monosuke. So not Monosuke. Monosuke.
Huh?
No more blaming each other. Everybody makes mistakes. I want us all to get along.
You're on the threshold of an amazing adventure.
Monodum's right.
Monosuke, you better thank Monodum. Less attitude and more gratitude. Got it?
Man, the trial was just getting fun. Why you gotta ruin it with that slip-up? But I guess now we know Shuichi's logic is right on the money.
So Culprit really used ropeway to move body?
Yeah, they used the ropeway to move with the body from window to window.
Ropeway murder! That's some crazy ass
Thank you,
shit!
Kaito, for your
But if the
help.
mechanism was that complicated, wouldn't it be hard to put it all away?
Not necessarily. All one must do is detach the rope from the window after using the ropeway. Then, after returning to Ryoma's lab, one could retrieve the rope from that side. Tossing the rope into the gym from the pool window would be the final step.
Wonder if the black
I see.
rag in the
The rope
pool
was thrown from the window. That's why we found it there.
was an accident and belongs to the culprit. So I wonder where it is.
With that method, the culprit must have made numerous trips from Ryoma's lab to the pool.
Which is why the crime was committed during nighttime, while we all slumbered.
But if the culprit was so careful to recover the rope they used to commit the crime, why did they leave the inner tube in the pool?
I believe that was an accident.
An accident?
Yes. When the culprit was taking down the inner tube, they accidentally dropped it.
Then why did the culprit leave it in the pool?
They could have gotten away with it.
That's it!
Like, all these just all come
Even
to
if they wanted
accidents
to get it,
happen,
they
so that's how
couldn't,
they get caught.
because this took place at nighttime.
I see. They couldn't get the inner tube because swimming is prohibited at nighttime.
But couldn't they have used the rope to fish it out?
Not necessarily. You see, the water level in that pool is so low. Even if one tried to draw in the inner tube using the rope, the steep angle the rope would be at.
It'd be different if they used a pole, but there's no...
Even if inner tube was closer to pool edge, water's still too low to drag tube in.
Sounds like a lot of work. I can see why they just left it there.
Yeah, it would take too long. And they would have been busted if someone saw them. Ha! What kind of clumsy dipshit drops an inner tube and can't retrieve it? Let me tell you, this culprit's a real fucking amateur!
No, actually. Save for that one mistake, this was the perfect crime.
If Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, it might have been the end for us. Oh, I still don't know if Maki is telling the truth or not.
Shut up.
Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly thorough. Such a bold, beautiful plan. I never even imagined there was a ropeway. Oh, respect begins to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
Yeah.
What are you, stupid? Don't respect the culprit.
No, respecting the culprit's intelligence is crucial to solving this case. So close, we're just one step away from the truth.
Now, we just need to figure out who the culprit is.
But of course, it would be pointless to unravel this mystery otherwise.
So, who is it?
Kichi.
Looks like it's time for me to start the main event. But my sidekick here is on a roll right now, so I'll let him take this one.
Okay.
You're just pushing everything onto Shuichi because you don't know yourself.
Yeah.
Well, Shuichi, do you already know who the culprit is?
Yes, I have a good idea who the culprit is.
Hey, Shuichi, are you hesitating again?
What?
Come on, man, there's no need for that. Like I said, you're my sidekick.
Kaito is literally the only one who...
I take responsibility for any mistakes my sidekick makes. So use those skills of yours I believe in to shove the truth down their throats.
You believe in my detective skills?
That's right. I'm gonna leave it all to you, Shuichi.
I'm expecting it to be Kikichi. Though I actually think it's Kaito, and I don't want it to be. I'm gonna say Kikichi just because I want it to be, but I know it's probably Kaito.
I was wrong!
Okay. I started mentioning they went to the gym.
Damn it!
Alright.
It has to be you!
What? No. Kurumi?
There's one more thing I still have to confirm. But Kirumi is the prime suspect.
Ow. Why?
Me?
What? Kirumi?
Unless... I think I said this really early on. That someone could have Kurumi kill for them. Maybe not kill, but maybe she was the one that disposed of the body. So it could still be Kikichi.
Oh, so Kirumi is the culprit.
That is not yet a certainty. Let us hear her testimony first.
Is this true, Kirumi?
I cannot believe you would suspect me. If that is the case, then I will have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice.
Please.
The wrong choice?
Prove me wrong.
If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision? I will refute your accusations with all my might, for everyone's sake.
That's a painful looking hand. Alibis for yesterday, I guess.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
So 9 is with Kurumi from 9 to 10 PM. By 11 he returned to the lab. Kurumi was in the gym until a little before 9 PM. With 9 PM to 10 PM with Kikichi for around 5 minutes.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi? For nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by...
Hang on.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body. She and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta.
Okay, so I guess it is the Alibis for yesterday.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you? An alibi for nighttime?
I believe most of us
do not have one.
Okay, never mind, not that one. So, but don't have Alibis either.
Oh no!
Oh no!
But someone like you could be
Skilled enough to pull it off.
No? Okay.
It's Gonta.
Okay, hang on. I need to have a look what the lie was.
I, of course, am not the
My
culprit.
alibi for night time.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have...
Yeah,
I'll reveal the truth.
very true.
Maybe we can't prove everyone's alibi, but we can still pinpoint the culprit.
How so?
Last night, Kaito and I heard Maki speaking with Ryoma. But I haven't mentioned what happened after. Kirumi, any thoughts?
Did you return to your respective dorm rooms?
Yes, we did. But I couldn't fall asleep, so I was awake until morning, which allowed me to hear a certain sound in the night.
A certain sound?
He's gonna make
Last
that dirty.
night, I heard the sound of someone leaving their room and exiting the dorm. And after some time, I heard the sound of them returning.
Could it have been? The culprit?
Dun dun dun.
But all you heard was a sound? That doesn't mean you know who made it.
Indeed, it doesn't. But I didn't hear the sound of someone going down the stairs. Which must mean that whoever left has a room on the first floor. No one on the second floor left the dorm that night.
So everyone on the second floor has an alibi? You cannot determine the culprit with just that.
On the contrary, once we rule out the second floor, we know who the culprit is. Because preparing the ropeway required time to be spent in the gym. It's extremely likely that the culprit helped set up the magic show. In short, Himiko, Angie, Kaito, or Kirumi.
I see. So among the four, the only one with a room on the first floor of the dorms is...
Yes, only Kirumi.
He's lying a lot to get to his point. Like, what if he is wrong about all of this? It wasn't very elegant, but my lie was certainly plausible. Will they buy it?
You heard a sound, huh? Well, I hear a load of BS. But unfortunately for you, Kirumi, your time's up. We already know you're the only one capable of setting all this up. Right, Shuichi?
Well, that was an unexpected assist.
Right. The only person who could have prepared this murder is Kirumi. Well, the preparations in the gym in any case.
And why do you believe that?
Before the culprit could put the body into the tank, several steps needed to be taken.
Like tying the rope to the gym window and putting a partition in the piranha tank.
That's right. Ryoma's body entered the gym from the window, but that required preparation. That could only have been done when Kirumi was by herself in the gym before nighttime.
But Kirumi was alone in the gym for only like 5 minutes.
Not enough time for the whole murder, but enough time to set it up. Enough time to tie the rope on the window frame and put the pain in the piranha tank.
Fair enough.
This is my selfless devotion!
Okay, your selfless devotion. Let's have a look.
While I do understand where you are coming from, I assure you this is just a part of your petty imagination. An empty theory created from nihilism.
Rebuttal showdown. Truth blade. Marked window frame, black piece of fabric.
If it were solely the rope and partition, I suppose 5 minutes might be enough time. I accept that. However, the crux of your argument is not but a guess. You continue to force the facts to conform to your misguided. When you consider that the crux of your argument is faulty, your entire case falls apart.
Oh, damn it. I missed that one. Success. Advance.
What do you mean by crux of the argument? How is it just a guess?
I am referring to the rope.
Okay.
Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the third floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened. In other words, it is just a guess. And then you add assumptions and hearsay to that guess.
Oh, wait. Marked window.
It is nothing more than deception.
Evidence on my side.
I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the third floor, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
I'll cut through your words!
Scuffed up the window. Sill.
I have evidence. The
Window
abrasions
frames.
left on the window frames at the gym and the lab.
Were those scratches from when the rope was tied to the window frame?
Just tying the rope to the frame wouldn't cause so much damage. The rope that was tied to the frames must have been weighed down
That's what I was thinking. It was the
significantly.
cable that caused those marks.
The frames didn't break, but they were left with distinct marks.
Yeah, those frames held a lot of weight.
Those scratches are proof that you used a rope to carry the body to the windowsill.
Oh? What's wrong, Kirumi? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong? Hey, 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 hey!
Is Kirumi quiet cause that's what happened?
Please answer us, Kirumi. Shuichi is doing this for your sake.
If it is for my sake, then it would be much easier to forfeit. But I cannot allow that, because I must do this for everyone!
For everyone.
I have a duty and a responsibility. I must serve everyone and protect them. So I refuse to surrender. They won't forgive me if I do.
Who's they? What? Where is this coming from? Response seems genuine. What did you mean by everyone? Are you doing this for all our sakes? Am I wrong? Is Kirumi innocent? No, I'm wrong again.
Hey, Kirumi, who exactly is this everyone you're talking about?
Kaito?
I've just got a weird feeling about this. When you said everyone, it felt like you weren't talking about us. It felt like you were talking about someone who isn't here.
Someone who isn't here?
Someone outside of the academy?
Hey, do you think Kirumi saw her own motive video?
Huh? The motive video?
You saw your important someone in danger, so you committed murder, right?
Is that true?
I am so sorry for making such a mess. Because of that, I made all of you assume something unnecessary.
Unnecessary?
You saying I'm wrong? This everyone you're talking about?
It is all of you, of course.
Really? Do you swear to Atua?
Obviously lying.
Yes, really. So please believe me. I am not the culprit. I do not care what becomes of me, but I will not allow any of you to die. Because I made a promise to Kaede. She wished for all of us to escape together.
Don't bring up Kaede.
I want to fulfill my duties as the ultimate maid. I wish to serve everyone. So please believe me. You have to!
Kirumi!
Are we totally sure Kirumi's the culprit? Maybe it's someone else. Are we sure Kokichi isn't
There
the
we go.
culprit?
How rude.
Gonta just can't believe Kirumi would kill Ryuma.
Kirumi's breakfasts were the best. She always treated us so well.
She really is like a mom.
Perhaps it was after she gained our trust that she saw her chance to strike.
You really are screwed up.
It's not wrong though.
Screwed up from head to toe. Even through your clothes, I can tell.
Shuichi, please reconsider suspecting me as the culprit. You only suspect me because I was at the gym during nighttime yesterday, correct? But you cannot accuse me of being the culprit with that insufficient proof. It is still possible for Maki and Kaito to have gone to the gym. They do not have alibis. They could have pretended to help Himiko, but secretly prepared the murder.
When you put it that way, it does seem possible.
We can't accuse Kirumi just based on our alibis.
Guys, maybe suspecting Kirumi is wrong.
Yeah, maybe we should think it over one more time.
I made a promise. As the ultimate detective, I made a promise to seek the truth. I made a promise to Kaede, so I'm not turning back now.
Scared they have to accuse one of their friends of murder. So it's up to me. I have to do it. I'll use my detective work to prove it.
So you still believe I am the culprit?
We still don't know what the black cloth is in the pool, so that's gonna come up.
But there is no evidence to indicate that I am...
No, there is. I have proof that you're the culprit. I realized it when we determined that the ropeway was used to move the body. If it was indeed Kirumi who moved the body with a makeshift ropeway, then the final clue falls into place.
Okay.
The final clue?
The damning evidence that proves Kirumi is the culprit.
Shuichi, won't you please tell me why you are so desperate to pin me as the culprit? Don't you want to protect everyone?
I'm doing this because I want to protect everyone.
You could have put more emotion into that line.
Then you're wrong. Your deduction is all wrong.
Your words aren't going to convince me now. Not when I know the truth.
What truth? All you care about is your own reasoning. You don't even listen to others. I can't bet everyone's lives on a deduction made by a self-righteous brat. You can't save anyone!
He's getting worked up. No more doubts. I'm confident I'm right. I'm going to present everyone the evidence that proves she's guilty. So what's the black cloth? That's like literally the one thing we haven't messed with.
This is it!
Yeah.
The piece of black fabric in the pool. That's the final
I have
clue
no
that
idea
proves
how,
you're
but
guilty.
Sure.
It's been bothering me for a while. I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it was just trash at first, but I couldn't dismiss it entirely. Now that the class trial has come this far, I know for certain. It's an important piece of the puzzle, because like the inner tube, it's evidence the culprit couldn't dispose of.
Huh? Why not?
So it was in the pool.
Using the ropeway, you could slide the inner tube from the lab to the gym. But how would you control it? If it kept sliding and hit the window, the momentum would have thrown the body off. To prevent that from happening, the culprit needed some way to adjust the speed. For example, the culprit could have used their hands for friction.
Yeah, so what? You're still wrong. Your logic is flawed.
Kirumi, why are you becoming increasingly erratic?
There is such absolute beauty in trying to fight against the truth.
Is she wearing both gloves?
What truth?
She'd have replacement
That
gloves
black
anyway.
cloth is just trash. You can't prove I'm the culprit with just that.
No, it's
Yeah, she's
not
wearing
just
both gloves.
trash. It's proof that you're the culprit.
Finding out how that black fabric fits into this is the key to everything. Make it all clear now. Okay. Argument, no moment. Oh, yes. Okay.
You are incorrect.
Oops.
What is this truth?
What? I was
That
holding
is
Y.
just your empty deduction.
Oh,
You continue
I'm
to
not at all.
confuse everyone. You are incorrect.
But I was
What
holding.
is this truth? That is just your empty deduction.
Unsure what to do when it says hold.
You continue to confuse everyone. You are incorrect.
Go, just press it. What?
In this class
There's nothing different
trial,
about it.
everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth, everyone might die. In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth, everyone might die. In this class trial, everyone's
Okay, now I
life
get
is
it.
at stake. I completely understand your reasoning,
Oops.
but I will never accept it.
Oops.
It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. I only wish to protect everyone. Why must you interfere? I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it.
Oops.
It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. I only wish to protect everyone.
Oops.
Why must you interfere? I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it.
Final blow.
What piece of trash prove?
Kirumi's gloves.
It ends here!
They didn't look like gloves though. What the? Oh, this game.
The piece of fabric came from Kirumi's black glove.
Kirumi's glove?
If the culprit were slowing their descent by grabbing the rope with their hands,
Can we not get
there
the
would have been a lot of friction.
fabric now?
Easily enough to cause rope burn.
I'm sure if you just looked at it, it would
But
look
our
like a
culprit
glove.
was smart. They weren't burned because they weren't barehanded.
Yeah, the culprit had gloves on. One got all torn up from the friction and
It fell into pool?
From what I remember, the only one who wears black gloves is Kirumi, right?
The gloves on your hands now. I
We
take
could
it
have
they're from
solved
your
this
dorm?
hours ago if we just looked at that black fabric. Even if it looked like a glove that was just torn up.
The extra uniforms in our rooms are made of the same material we're wearing now. We can test my theory by comparing the fabric scrap with your glove.
Well, Kirumi, will you allow us to compare the black fabric we found in the pool with your gloves?
Huh? What's the matter? Why are you sweating so much?
Kirumi, what's wrong?
In the end, I'm just like them, scared of revealing the truth. It means that someone has to be sacrificed. Okay, they were scared too. She didn't let that stop her. She thought things through to the end. I faced the truth and doubted it and kept thinking and kept going. This is where it led me. I won't turn away from it.
I will show you the truth.
Closing argument. Start.